Okay, let's get started. Like always, let's get started with yesterday's sort of review. Yeah, I know I'm muted. Okay, let's get started with yesterday's review, then we move from there. A bit of a disappointment yesterday. Again, stopped out, not too fast. It is what it is. Probably kept stops a bit too tight. Then it just carried on higher. It still like was sort of holding out a short bias just because how things were moving. And from there, I just like what I I saw that pulled up. I'm like, okay, cool. There's a stop hunt there, potential to pull back down. Got one bar down. Got this two hang around here. Ideally, I should have been out. Like I should have been out by this point. And let me get epic pen. And oh, there we go. So, I mean, we got a stop hunt. This is like ideal play. Could have been a great play. Pull back down, but seeing this sort of like on the 3 minutes or even on 15 minutes, it was a nice doji coming back into this level here. Uh, I should have been out. Like, not in a long. I still don't think it was a long here. It just moved out of nowhere. This was is a whole sort of cluster. Bad word. I can't say bad words. I can, but I just I was told not to. Oh yeah, cool. I need to switch over. Oh bloody hell, man! There's too much to manage. There we go. So let's talk about this. Okay, there we go. Pull back in. Stop hunt. This hanged around here. Didn't really like that hanging around here. Should have been out. And only thing I can really say about this is just was greed. It's just like, you know what? Let's see this play out. Okay, if anything, my stop's at this old high. If it takes out, it takes out. And I'm seeing where it goes from there on out. Uh, Again, going back to the 15-minute view, is just very short, very short reaction time. But came in, stop punt, hanged around here to the previous consolidation. Again, that should have been an out zone. That should have been an area I was out. Wasn't out in time. It is what it is. We saw market sort of drive up higher, and we sort of like look at it on this. Ah, Jesus, stop doing that. And if we sort of look at this entire area, and we see that it's just like coming here, it's sort of like pushed up. I mean, it's like super high longs. It's not really something that you want to long into. Like at least I was not like trying to log into. GDP growth figures out. Oh hell yeah! Well, I'll look at those later. So again, pull back up. That just pumped up, smashed out all these shorts out of nowhere, just moving blood out of the stones. I mean, wasn't really feeling a short here. Was more looking for a short here. I mean, again, I like doing that after I get stop plow. It's just like, you know what, giving it and playing safe for the next trade because the more times you're more susceptible to trading bad when you've been stopped out already. So I mean, let's say you stopped hunt here, you stopped hunt here, alongside me. Then you started saying, "Ah, let me short this one. Let me short this one. Let me short this one." And you keep trying to short, and you keep getting stopped out. And you're like, ah, fuck this. Yeah, whatever. I was just thought, I guess. But you're like, ah, damn it, I should have not done that. Then you end up regretting it. That's why, okay, pull back up. Didn't play this entire long. I was like, okay, who cares? It is what it is. I mean, you could have shorted on the second one. I was like, you know what, I can wait for a better one. There's your better one. And we finally got a large M. There's your short. Cap the end of the day off a short. One bad trade was not going to define us. And Okay, looking at sort of spot book, same thing. I mean, like from yesterday, there's a lot of spot selling. I mean, induced like you just see the entire sort of spot selling pull back up. You saw some buyers see some exhaustion, but again, like, I don't see anything that will sort of look at and say, oh, you know what, that's a long. Any day of the week is a long. It's for me, it wasn't a long, and I mean, depending on how you trade that, like every fiber of my body saying, you know what, it shouldn't be a long. But we got, and I think we labeled this in crypto as scam pump. We got a scam pump, and as you can see here, look at all that longs trapped. Just insane amount of longs just trapped here. We've got a shelf at 750 area. Pull it back up. I mean, we can mark that out, and you can see that's the large dot. Pull back up. I think they get liquidated here. They got liquidated here anyway. Pull it back up. I mean, you've got that area here. We've just got an entire area of trap longs, and these longs are getting stacked again and again and again. Looking at cumulative volume delta, you can see this rise, no drop off. The only drop off came in on the liquidation, the resale at the end day today as well. Just insane amount of growth, but this is something that, you know what, I'm not gonna be too eager to try short this as of yet, just because I want to see, because these walls have been like looking very feisty, and when we look at spot, maybe they try scam and pump it one more time. They see this scam pump, pull it back down, and afterwards, but in at the end of the day, it's just like, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, and trade what you see. I mean, bias is always going to be like in this sort of area, slightly towards leaning for short, unless we can clear much area, much higher area, until we see something I actually like. I mean, if we sort of look at it from retail point of view, they probably expecting a breakout here, pull it back down afterwards. I guess so. We can do that. Push up, just get another fake pump out, get another like liquidation engine push. After that, sort of pull back down afterwards. But that's something that you want to sort of see, and it's like, is that really something going to happen? I mean, if we zoom out, sort of higher time frame wise, it's just slow climbing. It's not doing anything sort of too fancy. I really like this sort of previous sort of couple of days where it wicked up but closed here. I really like that out of the sort of price action. But the way things are moving now is just, okay, you know what? They're just treating this more as support. So 21,400 does look like an area where they've got a ton of volume here. And if we sort of low, oh, no, don't want to do that. Load up ATAS, and it's just something I don't always load up, but it's nice to sort of look at deltas, like undisturbed. It's sort of coming out to stop at 21,750. Yeah, comes in, so 21,750, 2200, this area. I mean, we got these numbers here just as a stopgap, but the way things are moving, we've got an insane amount of longs. I want to see those pull under. Like this this just looks like something that's just something you get scammed out of, and I'm just necessarily not willing to buy here, just because I've been burnt too many times in the past. I don't want to get too burnt again. Hello. So I mean, you can trade it how you want, but you can see these longs, newer longs coming in on these days on these bars. If you even go into sort of clusters, we can see where the volumes come in. These volume come in low. These volume come in on these bars. Not really going below here to liquidate these. So, I mean, it's just everything is just long. It's just stupid. It is just stupid. Like, can't even see that. I mean, there are some negative deltas of short, but they're pulling that up straight away. Those longs pull back up. I mean, going back to the let's zoom out. I mean, this is a fast bar. That means sort of like liquidations coming in, a ton of buys, but you can see how it's just very quiet from like the negative side. Mostly just been slowly buys, pull back in. You've got the area here. I think worst case do that, but the value highs here. I think we keep that in mind. The 21,750 area, then pull back. We've got sort of the maximum sort of delta at this point here at 21,700. So we want to keep that in mind. Pull back down. But yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of time spent here from this consolidation. We pulled back into here, pushed up. I mean, you could have traded that push up, but I mean, I'm still just waiting on this sort of short to play out and just like push down. Like scam pumps aside, it's just very iffy. Look at Ethereum, sort of doing a lot better. Just moving up slowly, again coming up to this. It just looks like something that's very fragile, about to collapse, especially on today. I'm just waiting for the tipping point. Gregory said there was economic data out. So let's see. GDP growth. Oh, cool. Oh, hell yeah. Only -6%. Hell yeah, we're slowing down, not growing. Price and okay, we're doing decent. Jobless claims down. Okay, numbers are just looking all around good. Which is nice. It's something we want to see. But I don't like how we're not reacting off of this. That means we're probably priced in sort of that price. I think we could stand to price in higher. I think that wick move up was to price in that. If anything, like worst case. But it still looks like something they drive under. Like we mentioned yesterday, this area above this is just long. It's been trapping longs. It came in to retest it, but it hasn't cleared it. As long as we clear it, we're fine. But we need to clear it and push up higher. But I want to trade this with a short bias until we sort of see this run out and just be a fast move up. Like that's sort of where I want to buy, and that's what I want to see a continuation buy. But anything out of that, like I'm not sort of doing that. Because I mean, this is our like larger range consolidation. This is our sort of 50%. So anything above here, we sort of look at and just say, you know what, they're just pinning 50 to pull back down. Currently, we're trading inside the previous day, which is nice. If we can consolidate this day, we can pull back down. We can sort of drop off that, and we can sort of look good, maybe. See them selling into the bids, coming to the VWAP. We want to see this buy into that. Let's quickly run through some ES. We can sort of call it a day. Pretty quiet day. I don't really want to carry on too long. I'm extremely just not really well, so it's like I'm just forcing myself at this point. So this is our pre-market, pushes up, come back in 7, accumulates, just drives in. Everyone just got slapped up into this. Up to 185, pulls back up, slowly selling off of this. So actually want to zoom in just to see what the pre-market's doing. Just short sort of split, but coming into this, seeing some liquidity in the pre-market, but generally I actually want to see this sort of heat map settings. Want to try and increase that smoothing. You don't see that. You see they just release those bids in and let those get hit, which is sort of shows that they don't want to accumulate that price. It's just there for the sake of being there. So pull back up. Want to see this slam through that if everything looks bullish, but I think the way they just slammed it, let people sort of see that, and everything sort of just fills in, doesn't react above this line. I mean, let's sort of draw it out. There we go. If it sort of came into this line and started bowing up from here, I would have called that bullish. But I mean, it's just trading into here. VWAP, it's just traded on the backside of the VWAP, so it could continue down back to open from previous sort of day. So actually, so load up Chrome. You want to see where everything's at. Transpider, go away. I mean, that was yesterday's buy. I mean, you can see that how it ended. Came into pretty much played into our range. We closed 321, 330, so we're just slightly above close. About yeah, just above here. Actually, we're really far from close. We're around here. We're already above here. So I mean, this could again just start bowing up and start being bullish for Bitcoin if it does pull up like this, and maybe that will be a buy signal. I just want to see open if this ends up just causing this to bleed down and just start trading down, and if anything that would have just sort of traded into a breakdown retest. But looking at the trap liquidity here, I think they haven't achieved the same amount of trap liquidity up top. They haven't run out the shorts, so there's no desire. So maybe we get one more swipe up here. That might sort of lend itself to Bitcoin sort of swiping up higher as well. And if we sort of look at that, maybe instead of the 21,750 we're at, it might go up to 2200. So it might be sort of like where I'm at, saying, okay, even though this looks like a short bias, it might be sort of a long day. So I definitely I'm looking to sort of be flip-floppy today, just because as soon as open up, when New York opens, we'll start seeing things unfold. But right now, I mean, it's a dead ringer for a short, but who knows in this market? Like that's what to say. Pull back. If anything, it just starts pulling like this, like stupid. But your majority of your scenario, you're probably doing this to pull back down and to run it down. But if ES starts pulling up, this will start dragging its sort of feet up, and it'll sort of drag its feet up back at this level here. So you'll know if it starts pulling up, because it pulls up much closer to sort of where it is, and it won't let itself sort of drop. So maybe you sort of trade it as like a daily imbalance trade for today. If we sort of come into here, there we go. If anything, pull back up, and there we go. That's probably a long scenario. We sort of look to target 2200, not too far of a distance. I mean, because we're very like on edge, especially just around this area with around this order flow. If we look at how we smooth that out, everything just looks long here. This just looks like a trap. So if anything, we might just get one more trap, pull it back down. But this is a lot of inventory just set up and let it be profitable, especially on futures. And you can see that there's, I mean, a lot of induced selling from spot. Spot's not really willing to be buyers here, so maybe that higher is needed to for spot to be buyers. So maybe wait for spot to be buyers to trap spots to pull back down. But at least for me, looking at futures, I think futures looks a dead ringer to pull back down. CME, yeah, I mean, it's coming back down, traded back down, but we could swipe up higher and open. We could do something aggressive like this, then pull back down, if anything. Because we've done that before. I mean, this is why I hate having the same color. There we go. We have black. We can see those buys coming in before these shorts, before we end the day short. And as you can see, they ran those guys out. And I don't think it's fully ran out, because some of these guys don't trade on 24 hours and don't have the equities on 24 hours, so they won't be sort of, the exchange won't see this as because they're not on the electronic hours, they're on the traditional hours. So maybe wait for the electronic hours to hit, if anything, and they hit up these to liquidate these at maybe 420 to then pull it back down. But definitely looking at, if anything, it's just sharp push, pullback. And it's just me being bearish. I don't know, maybe because I like being bearish. I like being a player hater every now and again. I mean, but then again, it does make sense if you look at the entirety of that short here. Doesn't really sort of make sense how it sort of hasn't recovered that. I mean, it's recovered if okay here, but I mean, there's still some deficit to be sort of ironed out here and pushed out. Absorb, push, come back up. Seeing this V up, we'll see if we react off the V up, but I ideally want to come down below the V up, then push up. Then we could trade to the 21,550. When we trade 21,550, we sort of pull that down, push up, come into that. Any questions? Any sort of things that you want me to sort of go over? I mean, leave it either in crypto, wherever you're watching this. Leave it either in the Discord voice chat, or the YouTube chat. Because I really want to keep this till 9 o'clock, so keep this to 8 minutes. Because I've got like I've got to teach. I'm on like zero sleep, so like I've got like zero energy to expect 10. I mean, let's look at monthly. I mean, yeah, why not? I mean, looking at monthly, look and see how that was your monthly level. We came in trapped on those 2 months. Boom, Bob's your uncle. We just dropped back down. Coming back to here, we can start marking out this areas. There's, I mean, you can see these areas where I really want to have boxes coming into there. I mean, worst case 444, but that's that area here. Probably coming below at the center of that candle. You can see that at 36. We're keeping that below, which is nice. But generally, looking at this, you split short here, long here. Ideally, pull it back down. Gives you a nice second, a nice double top to then pull back down. Remember, we've got until next month. Actually, yeah. Oh Jesus. Oh, that's scary. Uh, yeah. We haven't got too long until the new quarter. Oh Jesus. So new quarter we expect. I mean, so even if we sort of pull back up, pull back down, like October time, October September. So maybe we pull back up until August. We keep that hype train. I mean, I've been a bit lazy recently, so I've been in swing positions, but crypto pretty much moved July. Let's actually move to a spot pair. I haven't looked at this for a really long time. There we go. There was your drop down. Come back into there. So July there. October. Oh, October looks interesting. Pull back into there, but I mean, this looks stupid. Where pull back down, sort of break, pull back up, start pulling back up, slowly, then collapse here. So maybe by October we see us at 30k, and from October we're down. I mean, that's for like longer term analysis. If you're looking at it realistically, like, because there's your shift change. We didn't really escape the range. We just entered a new sort of trading range here, just higher. A pull back in. If anything, we should get. I mean, from here, this should give itself another sort of maybe pull back up. If anything, best case we see ourselves for October to then push back down. But other than that, ugh. Okay, I mean, to be honest, I'm actually happy to end things here. Because again, like I said, I gotta go back to teaching. Again, it's just like my mind's not not right anyway. Yeah, you guys know what you guys are doing today? Midterms, we are oh yeah, you bloody hell. Yeah. Oh you oh, it's the midterms in October? Okay, yeah, then yeah, we're fucked. I mean, we're totally screwed. Damn it. I've minimized too many times. Yeah, if it's any election period is a nightmare to trade because it's just oh yeah. It's just so much bravado. And that bravado gets get you guys get punished. Okay, I know I'm cutting things short, but I mean, yeah, I'm sorry, but like I've got stuff. Like I'm teaching these. Yeah, I just you guys know. I mean, you guys have no more questions, which is great. You guys know what you're doing. Hopefully, you guys stay safe, trade safe. Uh, don't be stupid. You guys know what numbers we're looking for, what walls we're expecting, longer term outlooks. If not, just rewatch the video. You guys should get it. And also you got all the past videos from Bookmaps that's available for you on YouTube. Again, Bruce will be on at the half hour, not even on the half hour. Yeah, he'll be on in an hour. So you guys got an hour to rest up, rest your eyes up, wake up. Greg's always you're always clueless, Greg. Uh, but yeah, you got an hour to rest your eyes up. Wake up for Bruce. Once Bruce comes on, you guys should be golden. Okay, catch you guys.